I don't know how to do any of this YouTube thing, so this is just me, bored or whatever. I'm just giving out my life, or the tea of whatever goes on. So I'm gonna tell you guys about my recent relationship, which sadly doesn't exist no more. But it's whatever, things aren't meant to be. So let me tell you guys what happened. Alright, so I was with this guy and I loved him a lot. We were together for 2 months. We were strong. We were a strong relationship, and we even thought we were gonna last, but things aren't meant to be, just like saying it out here, nobody cheated on anyone ever. Well, I don't know if he cheated on me or not. My friend said he did, but I don't know. He said he didn't, but let me tell you guys what happened. So, my friend, she's like my sister right now. Like, I don't know, we're just close. So my friend, she invited me to our other friend's house, apartment complex, and he has a pool, right? Because some apartment complexes have pools. So I FaceTimed her and I was like, should we ask the group chat? Because we have a group chat with her boyfriend, herself, me, and then my ex, right? So we went to the group chat and she texted her boyfriend, babe, can Dia and I go to our friend's house because he invited us to his pool. He never responded in the group chat, but he texted her like through messages, right? So, well, not messages, but separate, single messages, right? And so I had said, my boyfriend slash ex said, I don't know, the night before when I texted him. So, and then my ex responded, I'm not going to his house, that's gay and this and that. And then I said, no, but you let me go. And then he said, if your friend goes, then you can go, right? I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm starting to realize that yes, he was controlling over me, and he was really overprotective, and he wouldn't let me do certain things. And I get it, yeah. But I don't know. Like the outfit I wore today, if I were still with him, I wouldn't have been able to wear it. And it was like shorts and a really nice top. So, I mean, there are some benefits on not having a boyfriend. But, sometimes you just need someone to love, and you just need to know someone loves you. You want to feel loved. So, yeah, so I ended up saying like, I'm going, right? Because I wanted my friend's boyfriend to know that I was going, so she could have gone. Like, I wasn't gonna go by myself, no, but I was gonna go if she went. And so I tried, like, I don't know how that wasn't clear, but he ended up texting me through our separate messages. He's like, if you go, we're breaking up. And I said, why? And he said, because. And then he ended up saying something where it led to a breakup, right? He's like, you can go because something breaking up, right? I'll look for the messages. But he said something like that, we're breaking up. And then I said, like, or we're breaking up. And then I said, so are you breaking up with me right now? And he said, I guess. Right? So, like, I was like, but I'm not going. And he said, you can go, like, do whatever you want. We're not together no more. And then I ended up saying, why? And all of a sudden, he just wants to change and be like, I lost feelings. And I was like, okay, so how do you lose feelings for someone in 3 seconds? Like, I really just didn't get that. And he was responding to me like he wasn't leaving me undelivered for no seconds, right? He was texting me, and you know, it was going horrible, but you know, just the fact that he was responding, it was good, right? So I was still trying to ask him like why, and he's like, we're done. And then he ends up going on to say he wasn't ready for a relationship. And then I said, like, how? And then I was like, but we were just in a relationship. And he's like, and I realized that I wasn't ready for one. I was like, okay, that sounds really childish, stupid, and dumb, right? So we broke up. I just gave up. So like, I FaceTimed my friend and I told her, I was like, you know, broke up with me because of this. I was crying. And I wasn't gonna be alone at that time, but my friend, she lives down the street. So I got up and I got ready and I walked to her house because, bitch, we all know we need to get that work in, right? So I walked to her house. My stepdad, he was on the phone with someone, and I was just like, whatever, right? So like, I didn't tell him where I was going, neither my mom, but it's like they wouldn't care because, you know, she's right there. But you know, if I would have gotten kidnapped, but yeah, so my stepdad was on the phone with someone, and I was like, all right. So he went to the back to take that call, and so I got ready, got my shoes, and I started walking. I FaceTimed her. I was like, I'm coming to your house. Make sure no one's there. So I went to her house. My stepdad called me. He's like, what happened? Where are you? And I was like, oh, I'm walking to my friend's house. And he's like, okay, what friend? And I told him this friend. And he's like, okay, well, you could have waited because I'm going to Home Depot right now. So like, if you want, you can come back and I'll take you. And I said, no, it's okay. I'm almost there. So, you know, whatever. I got to her house and she was outside, and I just couldn't bear it. Like, on my walk over there, I was crying thinking about it, you know? And so I just got to her and I started crying. We went inside. I cried for like 2 hours or something, you know, just thinking about it. This girl had literally sad music going on, and I was like, bitch. So, you know, and I FaceTimed my cousin, you know, shout out to my cousin Marlene. She really did help me. And yeah, and we FaceTimed my other friend and stuff. You know, it's always great to have supportive friends here with you. And yeah, so that happened. And then like, I was just like, it just sucks that I can't talk to my brother about this because like, he wouldn't care or nothing, right? So yeah. And so then my brother's like girlfriend started texting me like, hey, are you okay? I heard what happened, you know, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, yes, I'm okay. Not girlfriend, never mind. Not his girlfriend. Like, they're talking right now, something like that. But they have feelings for each other, right? So I was just like crying, thinking about it. And then, you know, just, you know. And I tell my sister everything, so I told her, and she's like, oh, like, F him, and this and that. And, you know, I don't know. So, I don't know if I went a day without, like, you know, anything. So then, I think I spent the night with my friend that day. Yeah, she left to go somewhere. I left, and then she left, and then I went to her house. And then the next day we were coming to our friend's house. Oh, okay, so this was all Wednesday. Wednesday, you know, I spent the night at her house. And then Thursday we came over to my house. And I was changing because in the way I went horrible. Like, bro, I went all ratchet. You know, I really didn't care how I looked. So the next day we came to my house because we were gonna go to her boyfriend's house. My friend, my friend, and so yeah, we were just like going to our friend's house, her boyfriend. And at first, him and my ex are like best friends, right? So at first I was like, oh, you know, um you know, he's like, oh, Daniel might come and this and that, and I was like, I mean, I at first I wanted him to go, yes, because I wanted to talk to him, because some people, like, if you get to talk to them, or you know, you find out why and what happened, then you can move on. So that's what I wanted to do, right? So we came walking from her house, and so we came walking to my house, and she was texting her boyfriend. She's like, oh, well, we might go and this and that. And then her boyfriend's like, oh, well, Daya's ex said he might come. I was like, excuse me? I thought, like, because I had texted him, I was like, can you try going to da-da-da's house because I want to talk to you. And my friend was on FaceTime with her boyfriend, who he texted, and he like left me on red, and then he texted our friend, her boyfriend. He's like, Daya's really being annoying, or Daya's being annoying. She keeps asking. And so, like, I'm not stupid. He's asleep. I'm texting you. His phone goes off. Like, you know, in Snapchat, it says something typing, and then, you know, the answer, like, the message received. So I was like, I looked at my friend and I was like, he texted him, and she's like, oh. And so, I mean, he had given me his Snapchat password. Excuse me. And so my friend, I don't know how she knew it, but she knew it. And she logged into his Snapchat. And I was on my phone, so I really wasn't focusing on that. I looked at her and I was like, dude, log out of his Snapchat. Like, dude, don't do that, you know? Like, he's gonna think I logged in because I'm the only person that knows it. And earlier that day, he had FaceTimed her and he's like, yeah, now I need to change my password and stuff. And so she had logged in or whatever, and she looked at his recent messages and she saw that her boyfriend was there. She swiped and it said what I said about him calling me annoying. So we laughed, and I was like, dude, I told you, you know. And sorry, I'm making this video at like 12 in the morning or 1. So mind my tiredness. I was out all day. So I started laughing. I was like, dude, I told you. And then after that, she logged out of his Snapchat because, I don't know, I think something wasn't working. And so she logged back into hers, and I was like, dude, you have to tell him, because he was still awake at that time. So I was like, dude, you have to tell him that you logged into his Snapchat and it wasn't me, so that way he won't, like, you know, say anything. And so she did. She texted him like, hey, I logged into your Snapchat, and he still didn't know that I was there, but, you know, it's whatever. And as soon as we broke up, he started talking to 2 of his exes. And, like, he's like, when he called her, he's like, man, it feels good because now I could talk to anyone. Right? Keep that in mind. Okay. So, when we were going to her boyfriend's house, at first, I was like, okay, I want him to go. And then I was like, okay, no. That's dumb. I don't want him to go anymore. Like, no, it's okay, guys. It's okay. And they're like, no, he's like, just let it be. So, I mean, and so my friend's like, Daya, if you love me, you would go. Like, come on. You know, don't do this. And da-da-da. And you could talk to him, and he'll talk to you. And I was like, oh, my God. So, I really didn't care about the after part about her saying like if you love him and this and that. No, I just listened to her say like if you love me you would go. I'm a real friend, so like if she said that, I'ma go. So I went, you know, and when I found out he was there, because this first off, like all this was just because he said he like that my ex said he was going. I was like, and so when we got to my house, my ex texted my friend, when are y'all coming? And so I had asked my stepdad if he could take us, but he was like applying for a job or something. And so he's like, I'll be back at 1, so I'll take y'all at 1. So then he took us, and I was like, I don't want to go. So we went, you know, and me and him, we're awkward around each other or something. He was playing Fortnite. I was on FaceTime with my friends, right? So I was like, all right, I was chilling, right? And so I was talking about, because he was on FaceTime with his ex, the one I didn't like, and I was like, alright, two can play that game, you know, you trying to make me jealous, because he was like, stop, show your face, and I felt that so much, because he used to tell me